Hey y'all, it's Chimdi. So I am back with another debt-free journey update. I was able to make a couple of more payments on my credit cards. And I'm super excited to share them with you, as well as share some things that are helping me out on my journey. So let's start with the numbers. So at the end of my last video, I was at $23,800 in credit card debt. That was on one card where it was $6,400, and then the other card where it was $17,400. And I was just able to make $2,000, another $2,000 in payments towards my credit cards. So I specifically only did just above the minimum on the larger card. The minimum payment was around $490 something, and I made just an even $500 payment just so I could keep that number even. And I really decided to focus in on the snowball method, which is when you pay off your smallest cards or your smallest debts first, and then build the momentum for your larger card. And so I then put $1,500 towards that smaller card, which brought me just under $5,000, but then with the interest payment of $172.49, my total now is $5,072.49 on that smaller card. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and make another payment. I'm gonna make a micro payment just to even out the numbers. So I'm gonna do $22.49 just so that it's an even $5,050. And one thing I wanna emphasize as we are on this credit card debt journey, right? Debt-free journey, is to celebrate how far you've come, right? Sometimes if we just focus on how big that number is, it can feel like we're making progress, but it's really, really slow. If you go in the opposite direction and you just think about how much you've actually put towards the debt, you can really be like, whoa. Like I did the math and I put almost $7,000 towards my credit card debt in just the last 2 months. And at this rate, I would be debt-free in about another 6 months, because currently I have $21,900 in debt, right? And so when I think about it that way, like, oh, 6 months from now, this thing that has been plaguing me for almost years is what it feels like, will now become truly non-existent. Both those numbers will be zero. And then excitingly, that smaller card, there's a good chance I'll have completely paid it off by February, maybe mid-end of February, which is super exciting because we know how time flies. We're almost in 2025. What really helped me to focus in on the snowball, because I really wanted to make more progress on that really big card. But when I did the math of how quickly I'd be debt-free if I just focused all of my energy on that smaller card, or how quickly that card would be paid off, I got super excited, right? And that motivation and that excitement is the juice that you need to keep making these payments. One thing you'll notice is that my nails are growing out, and if you can see it on my phone, it actually has a little bit of a, like something's going on with the screen here where it's starting to like bleed through a little bit. And I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna do a visa run soon. I'm currently in Mexico, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna, leave the country, go back to the United States. Maybe I'll pick up a new phone while I'm there. But then I was like, well, actually the phone is still functioning perfectly. I'm still able to use it and navigate it. Let me just keep focusing on paying off my debt. And then when that's paid off, I can get a new phone. If it breaks before then, obviously I'll get a new one. But the cost of a phone is around $1,000. Probably I'd get another, I have a Google Pixel. Probably I'll just get the latest Google Pixel. It's gonna be roughly $1,000. So I'm like, I might as well just take that money, pay it off towards my debt, and then when the time comes, get a new phone. With my nails, I probably am still gonna get my nails done, to be honest. I saw a YouTube short on here and it was talking about the maintenance Olympics and how expensive it is to like maintain all these different beauty standards. And the woman gave this example of like, it used to cost $60 to get both your like toes and your like hands done in terms of like a manicure and a pedicure. And here in Mexico, that still is actually the price. And so when I considered, well, in terms of my maintenance Olympics, I'm feeling pretty good in terms of getting the gold. So I do think I'm gonna keep treating myself to some of these like smaller things. I actually took myself out to dinner last night at this nice Italian restaurant. I made myself a nice piece of salmon. So I'm definitely in the mood and in the frequency of celebration because I am committed to my goals. I'm making progress on them, and my success is inevitable. There really is no doubt anymore when it comes to making these payments if I'm ever actually going to be debt free. It's very much a done deal. And one thing I do, I record myself making the payments for the camera, and I'm really just focused on making sure like it's in focus and all these things. I'm thinking about the video I'm going to make. My energy isn't actually in the payments because I've already done the energetic work where I knew I was making the payments. Like that part is done. Now we're just, there's this idea of, life happens twice. It happens first in your mind, in your energy, and then the shadow is in the physical world. And so I've already done that sort of emotional work. That's sort of done. Now we're just in the physical where we're actually making the payments. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Shout out to my Patreon people. I always put y'all's names up on the screen, but I also want to verbally shout you out. I appreciate your support. Your payments are what's helping me actually pay down this credit card debt, so thank you. And just a reminder that if you want to hang out with other creatives, I host Hello Creators Weekly Wednesday Digital Creator Roundtable. So great place for encouragement and support and any free coaching you might need on your creative journey. And if you want one-on-one support, you can visit me at chimdiahazier.com and put some time on my calendar. All right,